You are going to die. In 100 years, no one will remember you. Everyone you know will die. And I will also die. And you're dying every second watching this video. With every second getting closer to your death. Now this might make you uncomfortable or uneasy or anxious, but don't run from it. Sit with it. Feel it for what it is. Let it give you a new perspective on your life. This is the idea of Memento Mori. Memento Mori means remember you must die, and this is the idea. Putting everything in perspective, knowing that you are mortal and that life is short, and deciding what's essential in your life, what to spend your time on, how to think, how to act, what to say, knowing that you will die someday. You could die tomorrow. What will you do with that information? When you hear that one of your friends has cancer or someone that you know has cancer, you might be thinking, what would I do if I had cancer? I probably wouldn't do this. If I had 3 months left to live, I probably wouldn't do this. I would do this or that. But you do have cancer. You're going to fucking die. And well, some people watching might actually have cancer. Like before you know that you have cancer, the cells are already in your body. So hope you're not one of them. But you're gonna die. You do have a fatal diagnosis from a doctor. The only thing is that he can't tell you if it's 5 weeks, 1 week from now, or 50 years from now. But you're going to die 100% sure. In our busy modern world, we lose our connection to death. In the ancient world, death was a day-to-day thing that people experienced. A plague could come and wipe out the whole city. The nation could go to war and you would lose several members of your family. But even though it was too familiar with them, they still built things to remind themselves that they are mortal and life is short. People have always painted about this. For example, 2 genres deal with that, and one is called Venite, where they depict skulls or death in some symbolic way with the hourglass or a flower, and the other is this Dance of Death where they paint these goofy skeletons dancing, and this just shows how even back then how important it was for people to meditate and reflect on their mortality. The greatest honor that a Roman could receive was a triumph through Rome, coming home from a victorious battle, led on a chariot going through the city of Rome. But yet, they had a servant follow close behind and whisper in their ears, Memento Mori. At the greatest moment that they could have, they were still reminded that they are just a human. They are mortal and life is short. Your life is very fragile. You can die at any moment. Your heart can just decide to stop. You might get hit by a bus and you can't do anything about it. But how can we take this thing that we're so afraid of and that is so uncertain and uncomfortable and use it to our advantage? But when you stare at that long enough, it can have a positive effect. There are 2 ways to think about Memento Mori as a depressive thought that we're all gonna die and we're all mortal. But the other way is that it's not that life is meaningless, it's not that you should just end it now, but it's the opposite, that life is meaningless and you're an idiot if you waste 1 second of it. We value so much the things that we own, our property, our money, our materialistic things, but they are renewable. But time is not. Our most precious resource, but we waste it on pointless tasks. We waste it by saying yes to everyone and not having the courage to say no, by not knowing what is essential in our life, by watching porn and playing video games. Every second that passes, you'll never get it back. Each sunrise you watch, each meal that you have, brings you closer to your last one. And there will never be a moment like this again. You'll never see the same sunrise twice. Once you see it, it's gone forever. But instead of being sad about it, enjoy every moment of your life, because there will never be another one like this again. Be present while you're doing anything in life, whether that be washing the dishes or brushing your teeth. Feel and embrace this present moment and think about this mystery of life that you're experiencing right now. Marcus Aurelius said that you could live life right now, let that determine what you do, say and think. The thought of that, but not in a depressive way, should shadow everything that we do in life, so that we do it right. How you treat others, the quality of your work, what you're going to spend your time on. Always ask yourself anything that you're doing. I could die tomorrow. Would I be still doing this if I would die tomorrow? Is this the best way to spend my time, knowing that I will die and I have a limited time? Like, if you would die tomorrow, will you be still watching porn or playing video games? Would you be still scrolling on social media or just doing random pointless tasks? And this is why Memento Mori is such a great reminder. It gives us perspective. We take a step back and look at what is really essential in our life. What do we really want from our life and what is meaningless? And then you only focus on what's essential and ignore the rest. The problem is that we put things off to the future. We say that we'll pursue our dreams or what we really wanted to do always after this thing is done. Or that we'll finally be happy or be something when we achieve this. Or that I start this hobby I wanted only when I did this. Or that I will be more loving, or I will visit my family after this thing. And that is quite a luxury to say, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Every day you wake up, it's a bonus. You're happy that you didn't die that night. Don't push things off to the future. You'll never do them that way. If you really want to do something, if you feel like that you need this, that this is your core desire, then do it today. Don't wait for tomorrow, because there is only today. The future will never come. Spend at least 1 hour a day doing the thing that you've been keep pushing off to the future, because otherwise you'll never do it. And the other thing is that we're also completely distracted throughout our life. It is so rare when we are totally focused to the now and we are totally focused to what we're doing. Most of the time our brain is just distracted, thinking about this or that. You're literally at your grandpa's funeral and your mind is thinking about the latest TikTok dance or Clash Royale. We waste so much of our precious time and we miss out on so much of this life by being distracted. If you want to learn more about how to focus deeply, I made a whole different video about that. It will be in the description. And thinking about that, you'll realize how much of the things that we desire is meaningless. The things that the modern world put into us that seem normal to desire, like money. But when you're on your deathbed, you won't be able to exchange your money for more time. You came into this world empty-handed and that's how you're going to leave it. More money won't make you that much happier. We want fame, even though we will die, and everyone who will look up to us will die, and no one will remember you. But yet, we grasp so tightly to achieving these things, getting fame or money. And all these material things that we want, the cars, the nice watch, they are all just useless toys if you don't enjoy your day-to-day life. It doesn't matter how many cars you got if you are not enjoying your day-to-day life and you're not fully living this moment. You're not present and everyone hates you and you're not loving the people around you and you're not helping others and you're not giving your gift to the world. It doesn't matter. This is not about Memento Mori, but it's very important to realize that no external validation will bring you happiness or fulfillment. It might feel like it does in the moment, but happiness comes from it's internal. It's all internal. Success and happiness comes from inside. There were people in Auschwitz who were happier than some of today's depressed millionaires. Now this is an extreme example, but the point is that success and fulfillment and happiness is all internal. It comes down to how you perceive things and the depth of your awareness and how you respond to things. It all comes down to that. If external things have power over you, if they control you, that is slavery. No one can harm you mentally. How you react to something is the only way you harm yourself. You are responsible if you feel bad. No one else. If someone insults you, it's not the person that's hurting you. You are hurting yourself by the way that you respond to that. It doesn't matter what you own if you don't own yourself. Okay, we went a little off rail. Back to Memento Mori. Well, Memento Mori doesn't just apply to you. Marcus Aurelius said that when you tuck your child into bed at night, say to yourself that they may not make it to the morning. Now, is this telling you to detach from love and to be sad that they are going to die? No, it's the opposite. It's telling you to don't rush, to slow down, because what you're rushing towards is the death. Slow down and cherish them while you still have them. Be totally present with them, because you never know. They might die tomorrow. Your family or the people that you love. This is why it's so important to forgive them and to don't hold on to grudges and to drop the old story and to love them while you still can. You should really consider that you could die tomorrow. It's not impossible. We think that we'll live on for at least until we're 70, but you could die today or tomorrow. Or everyone around you could die tomorrow. It's not impossible. Like, really get this into your head. Seneca says that don't see death as something in the future. See it as something happening right now. You're dying every minute, every day. The time that has passed belongs to death. Don't think that, yeah, if I'm 18, the life expectancy is like, 70, 80? I still have like 60 years left, no worries. Don't think that, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. You could die tomorrow. Instead, think that you have died 18 years. Right now, while watching this video, you are dying. Every second. You can see the little YouTube bar going down. Every second that goes down, you're getting closer to your death. But 90% of the time, you don't think about this. It's like when you're driving this car and suddenly you see red and blue lights behind you. You get tense and scared. You're thinking to yourself, why did I go this fast? What was I doing? And the police car passes by you. You sigh in relief. And now now for 4 minutes you're going like with 55, you're scared. You're thinking, man, how was I so stupid going that fast? But after 10 minutes that have happened, 20 minutes, you're going with 73 again. It's just like that in life. We get a scare, someone that we know dies, and we think about death. How close it is, how it will take away just everything. And after like a week, you don't even remember it now. And what's interesting about being a busy and ambitious person is that you're always rushing. You're rushing to get to there. You're rushing through your dinner with your family. You're rushing because you got to be there. You got things to do. Now a Stoic would ask, what are you rushing towards? You're rushing towards that because you're running away from the people that you love. And you're doing it so that you can watch more Netflix, or that you can play more video games, or you can reply to emails. Instead, you should just slow down. Be present. Take a deep breath. And be focused on what's in front of you. Don't take it for granted. And just be here right now. And this is the final idea I'm leaving you with. Marcus Aurelius said that think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. Now, as an actionable step, before you leave this video, If you actually want this video to help you and give you a new perspective on life, set a reminder for yourself to remember that you are mortal. This could be something like putting a phone background, or let me show you what I did. You can also just put up, here is on my wall, it says Memento Mori. And it's above my PC and I literally see it every day. I remind myself that I am mortal and that I will die and life is short and don't waste it on stupid things. So you have that as an actionable step. Do it within 24 hours. Any kind of reminder, set it up for yourself so that you'll remember that you are mortal and that you will die and that life is short. So I hope that you liked this video and it helped. If you're interested, I'm doing free calls. You can, any questions that you have, anything that you want to say or any advice that you want, you can email me and we'll have a free one-on-one call. So if you're interested in that, my email is in the description. I hope that this video helped. Have a great day. Goodbye.